Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is freaking insane. I never thought I'd be filming again. By the way, if it looks like I'm naked, I am not. I am wearing a whole strapless shirt with some cute little biker shorts. Today is going to be a very interesting and very different video. This is something that can be a sensitive topic to some people. If you are not, as you guys can see by the caption, you guys know what this is going to be about. If you are not a fan, if you are not for it, if you're against it, if you're whatever it may be, please do not watch this video. I just wanted to put a disclaimer out there and let people know that this has to do with fillers, and if you're not for fillers, it would probably be best if you do not watch this video. If you just want to hear about my experience, then keep watching this video so that you guys can get a taste of what happened to me. So I'm going to be looking down at my phone because I want to kind of follow the timeline of my pictures because I didn't write down any notes or anything. And as I'm going through these pictures, I will also have it right here. I recently graduated, May 29th, I think. So for my graduation, Luis, for those that don't know, he is my significant other, had asked me what I wanted for graduation. He had brought up the idea of a car, but I told him no. Like, I graduated with my associates in 2 different areas, so I have 2 degrees, and I had told him no, I'd rather him do that for me when I get like my bachelor's or my master's or something. I said for now I want something smaller, especially because we're focusing on getting a house, so I didn't want that to throw anything off. So I had decided that I wanted to get my lips done. This is a very sensitive subject to me because it is one of the things that has really affected me in my life, and this is just me. Everybody has at least 1 or 2 things about them that they may not be so satisfied with, and I mean, if that's you, like, I completely feel you. But if you're somebody who's completely happy with yourself, like, bravo. Like, I wish that I could feel that way about myself. June 15th, after we had come back from vacation, it was about 4 to 5 days after, we actually went to a area to get my lips done. I don't want to name the place. I will tell you the city, but I don't want to name the place or the people who help me because I don't know how it works. Like, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but I'll tell you what city it's in. And I went to a spot that is very popular, very out there, like on Instagram. It's a place that a lot of YouTubers, like very popular YouTubers, go. And so I decided, you know what, I want to go. And we made a drive over there. It was about an hour and a half to 2 hours from where I live. I live in the high desert, so it was quite a drive. We got there. Keeping in mind, before this I went through Yelp reviews, and the thing with that is that I went through and I looked. This was my first mistake. I went through and I looked at what I wanted to see. I didn't necessarily like look at everything. I was very biased because I just wanted to like a place with a low price that would be able to do it. So this place constantly has monthly specials. So I went there, I just booked an appointment. It was a same day appointment. It was very last minute. So I'm looking at the pictures that I took before I got my lips done. I took pictures of me, and I'll start putting them here. I took pictures of them with my mouth shut, smiling, just regular again, and showing my teeth. I also took a side profile picture. I took pictures when I got there, such as putting the numbing cream on. I went into the room. The lady that filled my lips, she just basically took me in there. She seemed very like moody already. She asked me like a couple background pictures to make sure I would pass like the clearance, because you have to go through like this clearance where they ask you a bunch of questions to make sure that they can do it. She also gave me like a quick consultation just to know what I wanted. So I basically told her I wanted my lips filled with Juvederm Ultra XC Plus, and also Botox on the top, so that when I smile, it was 4 Botox, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I smile, my top lip would stop going in. So she went ahead and said, yeah, like that would work. She didn't really give me insight on anything. She just said, yeah, okay, that's what you want, let's do it. So I went ahead and did the clearance, and after doing the clearance, she went ahead and started putting the numbing cream on, and that stuff, I felt, numbs it so fast. But it was about a couple minutes, and she had told me, you know, I was like, oh, it feels pretty numb now, because she had told me to go out to the waiting area and sit again, and she was like, no, that's like what you guys think, but like it takes at least 10 or 15 minutes. I was like, okay. Also, I was very, very petrified about this whole situation. It was my first time, so when she put on the numbing cream, I kind of looked right here, where on the corners of my mouth, and I told her, hey, like, there's no numbing cream, like, is that, like, did you accidentally miss it? Basically what I was trying to ask her, and she was like, no, that's not where it goes. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a long time, she said. So I went ahead and went out to the waiting area, and I just sat there for about 10 minutes. Okay, so then I went to the actual injecting. Ooh, my hair's so uneven. I was scared, but I have a very high pain tolerance, I feel. I also have given birth, so I mean, you could imagine. The one thing I did like that she would do is every single time before she would poke, she'd say 1, 2, 3, and she'd poke. So as for the numbing, I've never been anywhere else, but I ended up reading on the Yelp reviews afterwards that their numbing cream isn't that great. I don't know. That's just something that I read. And the reason I say that is because when she would poke me, I could feel the needle go in, but it wasn't so much that it was painful. It was just that I could feel it go in. It was a little discomforting, but nothing like, but I felt it. Also, when she would push in the product, I could feel the product, and it felt like so much pressure, and so it was very uncomfortable. So I've done a lot of research. I've seen tons of like professionals do it, and they've posted on YouTube, or people that have went somewhere and recorded their experience. And in their experience, every single person, especially getting Juvederm Ultra XC Plus, even with other ones, but mainly this one, they always massage the filler into the lips. So they inject, massage to distribute, because it is a proper product, which I knew kind of before, and she did clarify before we started the process, that with Juvederm, you're more, specifically the Plus, it's more likely to clump or create balls, but that it would go away after 2 weeks. Okay, so she would not massage it. So the first one she did, I remember, was here, and then that's the only one, but she didn't massage, she just squeezed because of the blood. The rest of them, she would just poke, and I was watching her because my eyes were open. She would poke and just dab the blood away. Poke, dab, no massaging. And I mean, when these people massage lip filler into the lips, they're like going in, like massaging it. She never once did that. She basically injected it and left it there. You know, she asked me if I wanted them to look fake or natural. I said natural. That is the one thing I remember. So then she started to ask me if I wanted the bottom bigger than the top. I told her just a tiny bit, so she said she would do 5 to 10% bigger on the bottom than the top. I want to say it took 10 to 15 minutes to do. After that, she sat down, she told me, you're all done. I can feel it, not the pain, but I could feel that my lips were very swelled. Keeping in mind, numbing cream swells it even more. So I was like, okay, I'm scared to look, because I've always had teeny tiny lips, so I knew it was going to be very, very different for me. She did 1 Botox here, and then 1 up here, and 1 up here. And basically, it takes 7 to 10 days to kick in, and then it will kind of like stop muscle movement so that your lip will stop going in. She had injected me, I looked in the mirror, and I was shocked. And that's one thing that bothered me, is that she didn't actually inspect my lips and tell me, you know what, you should probably do something like this to kind of lift, you know, your smile a little bit when your mouth is still. She didn't ask me anything. So when she was done, it just looked all poofed out and swelled. In total, it was $4.95. And again, they always have monthly specials. So I went home that day. I took pictures as well, how they looked right after, which I'll put here. After that, I was fine. That night, my lips were so swollen. The numbing cream had worn off. I could tell that like my lips just felt really stretched out. The next day comes, and this is where I started to worry. She had told me like swelling outside my lip line was normal, which I hated because it looked like I had a mustache. But I kind of started to freak out because I keep looking down because I'm looking at the picture, which I'll insert here. As you can see, the whole top is all lumpy, and the bottom was very small compared to the top, and you could see like a bump or two. They hurt a lot on the second and the third day. They were so uncomfortable. They hurt so much. You're not allowed to drink from a straw. You're not allowed to kiss. You can't do anything that involves, you can't pucker your lips, nothing. You could just talk and that's it. The next day came, and then they kind of went away. What you could see went away, okay? All of that was still there. You just couldn't see it, but I can feel it with my tongue. I could feel it all. But I left them alone. I said, you know what? They're still healing. Like, I shouldn't mess with them. I started to notice that they weren't, like, as even as I want them to be, because when they do, like, a consultation, they should tell you, like, I see that this is, like, higher than this. Like, I'll try to even it out. She never did that for me. She didn't really care. It just seemed like she just wanted to do it and be over with it. On June 17th, which was like what, 2 or 3 days later, I took a picture because I started to notice the Botox started to take effect, which is so exciting for me. My lips were staying out. They were still very swollen though. June 18th, that's when I took another video, which I'll insert. I saw all the filler under my lip. I saw all the filler. I felt all the filler like right here. There was a ball inside my mouth that started to form, but I was just kind of like ignoring it. There was a ball here. When I would smile, you could see it, and you could very vaguely see it. I felt like everything you could see much, much better in person. So it had already been days since then, and so I was able to drink out of a straw and stuff. So when I started to do that, I noticed my lips were very stiff, so I couldn't do this. The more the days went, I started to notice the filler wasn't slipping out on this side. I could see when I would smile, there's no lip filler on this part of my lip. It was all just on like the top of the lip right here. So I just basically sent them a picture. It took them a couple days. I understand. They said they got a lot of messages, and they right away told me. I talked to a nurse practitioner. She said everything looks fine. You're fine. A day or two later, the actual nurse practitioner called me. She asked me, she said, you know what, I don't think they were done right. And this is a nurse practitioner from their location. She said, I really think, and she just gave me all this advice. She said, I really think that you should call back, ask for this manager, and tell her what happened. Or the owner, sorry. So that's what I went ahead and I did. She actually had told me, I'm going to tell them that I talked to you. I'm going to have them call you. If they don't call you, please call them. So I waited 2 days, I want to say. Come here. I'm so sorry, you guys. She looks like a mess. Yeah, still 2 weeks. Like, I should be fine. Don't touch Mama. So I went ahead and I waited 2 days, and never calling. I started to get really more uncomfortable. The ball inside was balling up more, and I was just like, you know what? This isn't normal. What? No. She scheduled me an appointment to go in the following week on Wednesday at 6:50 p.m. So I was very terrified because over the phone they did tell me I would most likely have to get it dissolved, which I heard hurt so freaking bad. So I went in on Wednesday, and they had scheduled me with one of the top 2 nurses there. They're the ones that like only famous people go to, or celebrities or YouTubers. They're the only 2 people, and they're the most popular, and they're the best there. So I went to her, and I had explained to her, you know what, I'm very scared, like, and I started to show her everything. She said yes, she saw it all. Can you turn that off, please? So she went ahead and told me she was gonna massage it, and whatever she couldn't get out, like, while massaging, she was gonna go ahead and dissolve it. Girl, it was not no massage. It was a freaking torture. I'm gonna show you guys what my lips looked like when I got to the clinic, and it'll be here, and what it looked like after, okay? Before I put the after picture, this is not massage, and you can tell by how my lips looked after that it was painful, okay? I think I would have been much better off just getting them dissolved. She basically could feel everything with her fingers, so she would literally, like, this is my lip, right? She would literally, I'm not joking. So basically, because let's just imagine a gel. sticks in there and starts to stiffen up. You can go like this, that's not going to do anything. You literally have to like pull and massage in so that it could go back into the lip. When she massaged, because the biggest one was the one inside and the one right here, the biggest relief ever. Ade, can you close the door?
Bye.
Bye. I love you.
Bye.
We didn't have to dissolve anything because she basically distributed the rest of the product that was just stuck in there out. I don't think so much it's the brand. Okay, I don't think it was the type of filler I used. I think it's the fact that, number one, the original nurse that filled my lips, she did not distribute the product, okay? And her knowing that that product can clump, because that's what she confirmed to me. So for her to know that and not distribute it, it says a lot. Number two, my lips were so small, okay? The picture does not do it justice. My lip literally stops like right here, okay? That's how small my lip was. So all this you see is the back of my lip. I feel like the product didn't know where to go. Like, it tried to settle in as much product that it could, and the rest of the product, it was kind of like, okay, like, where do I go? I think another thing that could have been better is by her telling me, you know what, I think we should start with half of a syringe first, and then you could come for the other half like 2 weeks later. So we could have avoided this whole situation, a very painful situation. Honestly, her massaging my lips and the filler into it was at least a 12 out of 10. It was extremely painful. My eyes were crying. Today, 2 days later, my lips feel perfectly fine. No swelling on the outside. Doesn't look like I have a mustache. No balls anywhere. Nothing is bothering me. I feel like they look the way they should. Before, I kid you not, I would go like this, and I can feel like, oh, let's use this baby's leg. Wait, no. Oh, this is good. Basically, like, this is my bottom lip. This is the border of my bottom lip. This is how much it would come out, when it should be like super straight, right? But it was like coming out like that because there's filler just all on the outside. Another thing, I would go like this. I can feel every single ball. It was the most uneven thing, most uncomfortable thing, most actually with the ball staying in my lips. It was very kind of painful because there's just a lot of pressure. I can do that now, no problem, feels normal. That is my experience in getting lip fillers. I am all fixed up. I'm actually glad I didn't have to get it dissolved because then I'd have to go a week later again to get them refilled, which is something I really didn't want to do because of the drive, and I just didn't want to go through the pain again because the second and the third day, girl, hurts so bad. Am I happy with it now? Absolutely. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I just wanted to make this video to kind of just give you guys my experience. Would I get lip fillers again? No. Would I get Botox again? Absolutely. You can't really go wrong with Botox, I don't think. It's just, and I would only get them right here to keep my lip out when I smile and my lip goes back to normal. If you are somebody who's thinking about getting lip fillers, I just recommend you do a lot of research. I was kind of very impatient, which is why I did a same day one. If I would have waited for like that top 2 nurses, I wouldn't have had this issue. Just make sure you know where you're going, who you're going to. Make sure you look at all the reviews. And if you're ever unhappy with something that you do, make sure you call and you go back, or if you're concerned about something and you fix it. In doing all of this, you have to make sure it's something that in the end makes you happy. If it's something that makes you happy, you do it. I don't see why others, I mean, everybody's different, right? But don't let somebody tell you you shouldn't do it because it's fake, or you shouldn't do it because it's gonna mess you up in the long run when you're older, so you're gonna be saggy. Very false. Self-love is so important, okay? And it's something that a lot of us lack in this life. I feel like if you feel that you can feel better about yourself by doing something such as fillers, lipo, Brazilian butt lift, whatever it is, going to the gym, going to church, reading the book, whatever it is, you do it, because at the end of the day, it's your life, and it's what makes you happy. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to say it's been a long while, but I'm glad that I'm back. I want to start making videos more frequently. I really liked doing this. I just had a lot go on in my life, and I just kind of, you know, went the opposite way of YouTube, but I'm excited and I'm ready to be back, and I just want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you on the next one.